People love stories about kindness. We share them, we like them, we quote them, and we promise ourselves that tomorrow we will be better human beings. We celebrate generosity as if it is always rewarded, as if the universe keeps a perfect record book and returns every good deed with interest. But there is a side of kindness that almost no one talks about. A side hidden behind smiles, praise, and inspirational quotes. It is the cost. Not the money you give away, not the hours you lose, but the silent, invisible price you pay inside your heart when helping others becomes your identity. This is not a story meant to make you cold or selfish. It is a story meant to wake you up. Because sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do in life is help everyone except yourself. Ayaan was not born extraordinary. He was not rich, powerful, or especially lucky. He was born into an ordinary home, on an ordinary street, in an ordinary town, where people lived simple lives and hid heavy struggles behind polite smiles. What made Ayaan different was something no one could see. He cared. Even as a child, he noticed things others ignored. He saw the cracked sandals of the boy sitting next to him in school and felt embarrassed for him. He noticed the tired eyes of his mother after long days of work and the way she forced a smile so her children wouldn't worry. He heard the silence in his father's voice when bills piled up and dinner conversations became shorter. When another child cried, Ayaan felt it tighten his chest. When someone went hungry, his own stomach twisted. He didn't have words for it back then, but his heart was wired to respond to pain. At 8 years old, he gave away his lunch to a classmate who forgot theirs and pretended he wasn't hungry. At 10, he shared his books with neighbors who couldn't afford school supplies, even when it meant studying late into the night. At 12, he quietly skipped a school trip so his parents wouldn't feel guilty about money, telling his friends he wasn't interested anyway. Each time he helped someone, something warm spread inside him. It felt right. It felt meaningful. Adults noticed. Teachers praised him. Relatives pointed him out at gatherings. What a good boy. What a kind heart. You'll go far in life. Without realizing it, Ayaan earned a powerful lesson far too early. Love comes when you give. And like many lessons learned too young, it wrapped itself around his identity and followed him everywhere. As Ayaan grew older, helping others slowly stopped being a choice. It became a habit, almost a reflex, like breathing. Friends came to him with their problems and he listened. Family members needed favors and he agreed. Classmates wanted notes, guidance, support, and he stayed up late to help them. Quietly, if someone asked for help, he never asked why. He never asked how often. He never asked at what cost. He just helped. At first, life rewarded him. People trusted him. Teachers relied on him. Friends felt safe around him. He became the dependable one, the one who would always be there, the one who never said no. But quietly, almost invisibly, something began to change. People stopped asking if he could help. They assumed he would. Messages arrived late at night with no apology. Calls interrupted his rest as if his time belonged to everyone else. Requests came without gratitude, without hesitation, without respect. And Ayaan said yes, every single time. Because saying no felt wrong. It felt like betrayal. He feared disappointing people more than he feared disappointing himself. Deep inside, he carried a belief he never questioned. If I stop helping, if I stop being valued. The first thing Ayaan lost was not money. It was time. Time he could have spent discovering himself. Time he could have spent resting. time he could have spent dreaming. Instead, he spent it solving everyone else's problems. While others explored their futures, Ayaan carried responsibilities that were never his. When he felt tired, he ignored it. When he felt overwhelmed, he smiled. When he felt empty, he told himself, "Someone else needs me more." That is the trap of kindness. It convinces you that your pain matters less. And the world happily agrees. Years passed. Ayaan entered adulthood with the same kind heart but heavier shoulders. The problems grew bigger. Financial help, emotional support, career advice, family conflicts. He became the emergency contact, the unpaid therapist, the emotional dumping ground. They leaned on him like a wall that would never crack. But walls do crack. They just don't scream when they do. There were nights when Ayaan lay awake, staring at the ceiling, his phone beside him, dreading the next notification. He felt guilty for wanting silence, ashamed for craving rest. He watched others build careers, confidence, lives, while he stayed stuck, constantly interrupted by someone else's crisis. Still, he told himself,